being bitter towards somebody else is like drinking poison and hoping the other guy dies.
I was wondering, how do I forgive someone?
Wow, what a great question. Jesus says you have to forgive people 70 times 7, right? And I think that it may be hard to do feeling-wise, emotionally, but intellectually, you can do it because Christ forgave you, right? And he forgave me too. So we ought to be able to pass that forgiveness on to others. Are you asking, though, when you do that, are you asking that, how can I get rid of the feelings of animosity I have to that person? Or what's the angle on this you're thinking of?
Well, I've always had a struggle with anger, anger issues, and I think it's because I don't know how to forgive people. I guess I thought I'd forgiven them, but really I just buried it, and I just, get mad and stuff because I don't forgive them. And whenever someone does something wrong to me, and I'll just get mad, or I'll keep it in, and then another day I'll get mad.
I understand, because I have that similar personality. What I need to keep reminding myself, however, is that if I remain mad at somebody, who is that hurting?
Me.
Right. Being bitter towards somebody else is like drinking poison and hoping the other guy dies, right? It doesn't help you. Now, it's easier said than done. Don't be bitter. How do you do that? I think one of the ways you do it is you meditate on what Christ did for you and how he has forgiven you. And really, that requires you to meditate on what he did on the cross. It might also move you into reading the Psalms, because the Psalms are often about people who are being abused and being tracked down. For example, David's being tracked down by the king Saul, who wants to kill him, and David hasn't done anything wrong. Can you imagine if the president of the United States was trying to track you down and kill you? Imagine that. So he has Psalms where he's, God, help me. Keep the enemies away from me. And when David had the opportunity to actually kill Saul in the cave, that story? I think it's in, is it 1st or 2nd Samuel? I can't remember where, chapter 24. He has the opportunity to kill Saul, who is he's basically in the cave trying to relieve himself. And instead of killing him, what does he do? He cuts a little piece of his garment off, and then he shows Saul later that I could have killed you, but I won't touch God's anointed. So David had enough restraint to hold back. And I don't know how he found the strength to do that, but somehow he did. And yet he poured all that out to God through the Psalms. So I think that's the only way I can think moving forward. How do you rid yourself of that bitterness? How do you rid yourself of that? Is to realize that God forgave you of things you've done, and now you need to pass that on to others.